Okay, so we're going to start off with our pattern. If you want to know how to make this, you can go and check out my bralette video and then come back. Alright, okay. Add 3/8 of an inch onto the outer parts of your pieces, and this is what you're going to get.
Instead of folding it over this, we're not going to do that because it's going to end up with it being bulky and not cool. We're going to just put it over like this.
Starting from the top, we're just going to stitch and we're going to go super slowly all the way to the bottom. It's going to curve when you sew. That's completely normal, right? Okay, so it should look like this. You can do another stitch 1/8 of an inch apart, but that's up to you. I trimmed off any extra fabric that was there from the seam allowance that would have stuck out and like poked me. Now get your strip. I made mine about 20 inches long and 1 1/4 inch wide. Line up one side as shown on the top of the inner part and stitch about 1/4 away from the edge. Okay, so this is how it should look. So folding as shown, sew at the black edge meets the edge of the PVC, and then fold over again so that that folded edge will be covering the stitch that we just did. So you're going to fold it there and then just fold it over, and this is what makes the binding. So then we're just going to pin that into place, and then we're going to turn it to the right side and we're going to edge stitch, ensuring that the fold is caught in the stitch underneath. And this is how your first little binding piece should look. We're going to do the same for the outer part, but then when we get to the long piece, we're going to sew all the way up and continue past the plastic for about 10 to 14 inches, or however long you made your straps. So this creates the strap part. So to do the straps, you just fold in both edges to meet the middle, and then fold both edges. Fold both edges so that they can touch, and then you pin it, and then you edge stitch it following the binding stitch. Here are the binding pieces done, and it should pretty much look like this. So right now at this point you can do the bottom band any way you like just add ribbon and tie it on the back, but I'm going to use the same stretchy fabric that I used for the straps and ease some elastic up in there. My waist piece is 2.5 inches long because my elastic is about 1 inch wide. I folded it in half with the round size facing, and then I sewed that shut. I turned it inside out using my loop thingy. And then I pulled the elastic through the casing. I did this by using the loop thingy, pulling it through the casing, and then catching it to the edge of the elastic and pulling the elastic through the casing. I pinned the end of the elastic to each end of the casing so it doesn't get lost in the casing, and then I looped the ends so that the straps for the neck can go through them. I sewed those closed, and now the waistband. Okay, no, I'm going too fast. Okay, so I looped the ends there like that. I just put my finger there, looped it over, pinned it, and I just stitched the little end right there that I'm pinning. Just like a double back little stitch magic thing there. Yes, there. Okay, hurry up. And then do that to the other side, and then we're just going to stitch there. And this is how it should look. I marked the middle of the waistband, and then I placed the top pieces where I wanted them to be under the casing, starting from about like 1/2 inch away from the middle point. I then stretched the elastic to meet the outer end of the top pieces as shown. So I'm pinning the first piece, and then I'm going to stretch the elastic so it could comfortably fit the top part. So there I am, pinning it to the middle, and then I'm going to do that same thing and pin it to the end. So I pinned down the other top piece and then I just top stitched the top pieces to the elastic and did some back stitches just to make sure they'll stay in place. When this is done, you put the straps through the loops and you try on your top. Do not do like me and think you have superhero strength nipples. Put a piece of cloth or paper towel between your skin and the bralette. I'm obviously not going to show myself sticking the flowers on, and you're not missing anything at all, just me and my humongous areolas flashing you. I did one side and then I just did the other, and it doesn't even have to be flowers. It can be like bugs, pineapples, rainbows, anything you want that have like a flat back. Enjoy!
We're gonna burn it down. Burn it down. We're gonna burn it down. Burn it down. I killed it, it's murder. I killed it, it's murder. I killed it, it's murder. I killed it, it's murder.
I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker.